Hey guys, Once Thinking here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to be taking the physical LR trio from movie 8 up against the Beast Gohan Blue Zone stage. This one can feel like the hardest stage sometimes because of how annoying rotation locking at the end is, but obviously we will see how we get on here. Obviously, ideally I would normally want Gogeta next to these guys, but the support from Bulma gives them the extra key they need to get to 24 anyway. The Super Saiyan trio, the Int ones, are in slot 3, so they're going to be the ones that end up on this rotation with these guys. So I'll get Gogeta floated off straight away, so we can go ahead and get his transformation and therefore active skill as early as possible, because that can help us out very much against Beast Gohan, what with the rotation locking. You do need to get lucky sometimes. I mean, we did the Broly video versus Beast already. And unlike the issues I had with Gogeta, for both of these teams, I beat Beast in one try with the Broly team. So, I mean, this event can be hit or miss. It kind of comes down to the RNG of the rotation locking. And, you know, sometimes you'll get a lock, which is like, unless you throw out an item, you're just instantly dead unless you get like a clutch dodge or something. In fact, that Broly run was won by a clutch dodge from AGL Broly. So that is something to bear in mind. But yeah, getting Gogeta floated off when he comes back turn 4, I'll probably, depending on where we are in the event at that point, keep him on rotation. So then he'll come back on turn 6 and we can use his active skill, get the guaranteed dodging. That will obviously be very helpful. It's one of those things that, funnily enough, with some of these characters that build up to having really powerful abilities, it's like you don't want the first couple of phases to get finished off too quickly. Like, I don't want Gogeta doing all these extra supers and potentially killing Gohan. I think Gohan's not going to die anyway in this turn, but I want another turn at least so we can start getting everything set up. So we've got these guys, float these guys off, they'll come back and exchange into Vegeta straight away. So we can go ahead and do that, do this. I mean, it's funny, I was going to save all these Int Orbs for the Super Saiyan trio, but obviously the Int Orbs are not going to be there, are they? Because we're just going to kill him this turn. But yeah, the physical trio, really, really good. It's very easy to get to a 24 key with them. Then they're dropping a 24 million attack stat. They've got very, very high defense as well as a little bit of damage reduction. More damage reduction against the Super, which obviously helps out quite a lot. And then, of course, their additionals still do relatively good damage, but also lower attack, which can be very useful against certain bosses. I mean, in this event, it's only the first phase here, which is obviously quite easy, where we can lower attacks. So it's not really a huge deal, but this is a rotation where it starts to get interesting. So let's do... that is a feature that I forgot. The fact that Vegeta and Piccolo have a scout for 2 turns, it does benefit the rotation after them as well. So the fact that we get to see that there is the super straight away. So this is my trio. They're at 55%. We've got 6 links active, all at level 10. So we can go ahead and... I want to get the key with them the easiest way possible, but I am going to end up having to pick up all of these orbs, aren't I? Which is annoying, because I mentioned it in the versus Gogeta video. That was quite lucky, but the fact that they use up each other's orbs sometimes is kind of annoying for the 2 LR trios, like running them together. But get the extra support here from Bulma as well. They're taking the normal first, so they've now just got that massive 240% defense buff because we had 24 key. So how much does this do, bearing in mind that mine are 55%? Yeah, double digit damage basically. And then 16.6 million. I mean, that's really good for a unit that's 55%. Just casually eating a slot 1 super, whilst giving all of the support that they provide to this team as well. Yeah, definitely very, very impressed with this unit and how they turned out. Very happy that it's not just a Super Saiyan Goku for the naming thing. We speculated about it being like... I talked about that STR Trunks banner unit card and how I thought the LR could be Gohan and Trunks that stand by into Goku, and we ended up, they threw Goku on there as well. So it means we lose out on categories like Hybrid Saiyans, but that's pretty much it. They're still on Earthbred Fighters, Super Saiyans, obviously they're on like the movie Heroes, All Out Struggle, all that stuff. So very, very happy with how both the units for the Worldwide Celebration Part 1 turned out. Broly is a super fun unit. Just watching him transform, active skill, crush Paragus, absolutely drop bombs, like... I've seen Rainbow Friend ones linked up with the AGL Broly getting to like 35 million. Like, it's pretty fun. Both these worldwide units, I would say, are a pretty big success. Even the Piccolo and Vegeta banner unit, I've heard really good things about them. In practice, with mine being at 55% and not fully level 10 linked yet, we have had some odd occasions where we've been taken out. But I mean, it's been things like Vegeta taking type disadvantage AoEs from Blue Gogeta at the end of that Blue Zone stage, which, I mean, for a physical unit, we can't really be too pressed about him taking that kind of damage, because that is really like worst case scenario for him realistically. But get the orbs here for you, get these for you, and then future Gohan still very, very strong on this team. The friend is rainbow but not full level 10 links, so obviously the friend is going to be perfectly fine here. We already saw my 55% one eat a super for double digits, and then they drop an 18 mil. The quality of the super attack animations is absolutely ridiculous for these guys as well. I mean, they are the newest Dokkan Fest exclusive LR, so it's what we would expect, but damn. All of the close-ups look really good, the line art, even like how thick some of the lines are, like, it just looks so good. Very aesthetically pleasing. No additional supers though, sadly, just a bunch of additional normals, but Blue Gogeta obviously does a minimum of 3 super attacks because we picked up a rainbow orb, so he's absolutely gonna clear out the last bit of Gohan's HP here, and we can go on to Beast, and that's where the quote-unquote fun begins, because who is he going to rotation lock? That is the question. Will it be an instant fail? Or, I mean, we can use an item but if we need to, but Vegeta got the transformation here. I do like this animation. I still hate what they did to Vegeta's character in the Broly movie. It's so, like, out of character for him to just be so... Oh, God. This is, like, worst case scenario. Oh, good lord. Alright, well, I mean, Vegeta has 50% damage reduction, so if we go ahead and... Which we basically have to, because Beast pretty much always supers in slot 1. So I have to go ahead and do this so that Vegeta doesn't die. I don't really want to use the standby now, but I guess the next turn we will get the orb change. So if we do this, this also gives everyone a ton of extra defense. Does mean that the trio at the end get kind of screwed over for orbs, but I guess we'll just have to do this. But yeah, Piccolo, of course he's going to super straight away. We've got 90% damage reduction with the Whis active though, because Vegeta does have 50% damage reduction. So we still take 100k and get stunned, which is funny because Vegeta, of course, once exchanging for 1 turn only, gets the big, like, extra attack buff and guaranteed crit, and then he didn't get to attack on that turn. So that's a bit unfortunate, but, you know, it is what it is. What can we do? Additional normals doing 0 damage with no crit. Let's go. We dodged the incoming normal though, so I guess we'll take that. We'll take 0 damage as well then, shall we? Bulma in slot 1 is not ideal, but the Whis is still active. We do have the target ability, so I guess we could just use that. Which I guess it makes sense to do. And then we can get 5 orbs for Bulma for the support. So yeah, I think we do that. We get the target ability. Can we... The thing is, will we even get to drop the Spirit Punch? Because, I mean... With this level of damage on this turn, we're going to get Bulma's support, and then we're going to get all these physical orbs. We want to get the physical orbs to charge the thing anyway. So, load of charges there. I mean, I could not get a rainbow orb for Gogeta so he doesn't get an additional super, I guess. I want to see that Spirit Punch coming in clutch, especially on the turn where we get the crazy orb change. So, we'll do this. Because what we can do on the next turn is basically put... whoever we want in... Well, I guess it depends on the locking, but put a unit in slot 1, pick up all the orbs, because Vegeta's going to have his change basically the whole field of orbs into physical, and then obviously Goku changes all the int orbs into physical, and then we're basically GG, right? So we did have to use the item. I don't like using them in these showcases a lot of the time, but it's just one of those things with Beast Gohan, and we've said this many times before, I'm sure I'll say it many times again, like, rotation locking sucks. Like, we were just dead on that turn. With the fact that he supered, we took 100k with 90% damage reduction. So, that means that Vegeta was taking 1,000,000 damage from that, roughly. And so with only the 50% damage reduction that we had from our passive, we're taking like 500k, plus the normals as well, because the normals in slot 1, because his start of turn defense is only like 100 and something k. So essentially we're just dead on that turn without using the item. And it's one of those things that's just what happens when enemies can rotation lock you, is you can get into situations and it's like, well, if I don't use an item, I am dead now. So very annoying, but it is what it is. We'd rather see ourselves through to the end here. We get the domain for future Gohan. Now, him being locked in slot 1 wouldn't be the end of the world, because he could tank. He actually locked Goku in slot 3. Okay. So I guess in that case, what we would do is we would leave Gohan in slot 1. His active skill won't kill, so we'll do his active skill. And then all of these orbs now, because Goku's locked in slot 3, it's like he's done us a favour, basically, because all of these are now just extra charges. So 21 with 2 rainbow orbs is slightly better. 22 with 3 rainbow orbs is even better, so we'll do that. 109 charges, and then we can get these for Vegeta, so 115 charges. So let's see how Beast Gohan handles the super punch here. Give me the power to defeat my future son. Because yeah, this should do some big damage. Over 100 charges, over 2,000% extra attack. Super Saiyan Goku versus Beast Gohan. Right in the heart. Boom. 18.8 mil. No crit, which I think would have won us the fight there, but now it's up to future Gohan to not die in slot 1, I guess. He's getting a lot of support on this turn though, so what's going to happen? Because future Gohan should tank relatively well. He's much better defensively after supering though. Yeah, 390k. I mean, we still live, but oof. That also means he can't attack. So I guess that means we will get to see the trio finish off Gohan here, because Vegeta won't. 7 mil is pretty good, considering 55% not max links. So not bad at all, really. 7.8. He's got a very high chance to crit as part of his passive as well. Well, it's actually part of his super attack effect, which I think means it stacks, right? So then the second super has a 60% chance. And then 14 mil for the trio here. So, I mean, the trio, the rotation locking really was the undoing, but the team's still doing very, very well. The trio is still very good, very tanky. I like these sort of like, not quite KO screens, but where like the animation continues. So it kind of is like a KO screen. I think that looks very cool. Their super attack definitely very good. But there you go. So that was the trio versus Beast Gohan. We did have to use an item because of the rotation locking, but, you know, rotation locking is cheap and horrible and I hate it. So if it's one of those things, if we're going to lose the run because we don't use an item, it is kind of annoying, but that's just what rotation locking does for you. Like, that Vegeta is a solid banner unit, but he's definitely not a slot 1 unit, especially not against a unit that does the kind of damage Beast Gohan does, and very often supers in slot 1. But let me know what you guys think of the trio. How have you been running them? How would you build their team? Let me know all your thoughts down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.